Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing really well out there on this first day of 2026. Yes, we stepped into a new year, and I really hope it's going to be a great year for each and every one of you out there. And to kick things off properly, I contacted my dear friend Jen from the YouTube channel Jen's Addiction. We've done some really great collaborations throughout 2025, and we're going to continue doing that in 2026. But we both thought that we wanted to do something special to kick off this new year. So, said and done, we decided that we're going to make some wishes for the musical year 2026. So that's what you're going to watch here shortly. But first and foremost, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who are watching my videos, subscribing to my channel. You are always near and dear to me, you know that. Without you, I would just sit here talk to myself about music. But that was my sole purpose of starting this channel, because I'm so passionate about music and I want to talk about it and hopefully reach out to other people all around the world. And I really succeeded in that. I made some really good connections from all around the world, and I hope that will continue in 2026. So huge thank you. It's all thanks to you guys who are watching my videos and subscribing, of course. Love you. Yeah, so now, without any further ado, I will hand over to me and Jen when we were talking about our wishes for this new year, 2026. Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to both me and Jen's channel. Well, it's not a joint channel, but wherever you're watching it, either on Jen's channel or mine channel. So, yeah.
That's right. Happy New Year.
Yeah. So, what a great way. Yeah, we'll raise a glass to that as well. No?
Happy New Year. Now, you have to say, is it Skål?
Skål, yes. So that's cheers. Yeah, the new year, 2026. That is the topic of this evening with me and Jen. And what do we have in store for our
audience? Thought that it would be kind of more of a thought. You know, we have a lot of thoughts, I guess, and interests and things that we talk about throughout the year. So to start the year out, we would allow ourselves each 3 wishes. So 3 things that we would like to see come to fruition in 2026 if they could. And they could be crazy things. They could be realistic things. There was no limitation to what it was that we were asking each other to come up with. But just 3 wishes for the new year and how it relates probably to music in our channel, of course. So
yeah. So
that is what I'm going to do today. I say it that way because I had such a hard time. It was hard. It's a hard one.
It is. But yeah, absolutely. 3 wishes. This is going to be interesting because, of course, we haven't revealed anything to each other beforehand. So I'm really looking forward to this one. Do you want to kick things off?
Sure, I can start.
Wish number 1.
Wish number 1. So my very first wish is going to be that artists that I love and enjoy will start to reissue records that have never been on vinyl before. So my very first thought was Blondie just released No Exit.
Oh.
This had never been on vinyl before. The next one I'd like to see, The Curse of Blondie. This has never been on vinyl, so I'd love to see them issue that. There's some by a-ha. I mean, there's a lot of bands out there that, especially from 90 to 2000, only made CDs. And I would love to see vinyl come out by bands that I love.
So
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say that No Exit. I have to shamefully admit, I haven't listened to that one, and I haven't listened to the other one either. I seen this one. I was aware that was around. When did that come out in originally?
Oh my gosh. This one I pre-ordered it back spring, summer. They were working on this right around the time Clem Burke passed away.
Oh, okay.
So they have a really nice kind of dedication to him in here. And I believe I got my copy October,
Yeah.
maybe October. So just really, it's a great album, but I will tell you, neither of these were always on my radar because I think they were only on CD. They were only on CD, but limited to maybe even how they were distributed. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like some big Blondie release like we were used to, right? Like they just seemed to kind of drop them in, and it was just not as much, I think, hype around Blondie at that time. So super good. Jimmy Destry's on this record. I mean, he writes a ton of the music. This one has Maria on it.
Okay.
So yeah, so just a great, 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 great record. They give you a couple of options when you order it, but I think it's packaged super good.
Yeah.
This happens to be the clear, but I
Oh,
also have the black, just regular black vinyl
yeah.
too. And then it has her eye there on the other side.
That's a lovely one. I love clear vinyl. Looks
Yeah,
so good.
I do too. It is really pretty. But the whole thing was super good. And it just gets me thinking that although I'm collecting everything, it would be just nice to have, I like the option.
Yeah, yeah,
And
absolutely. Yeah.
it would be it's interesting to hear it on vinyl because unlike so many other recordings, we get an analog recording or a mono recording or whatever, and then they transfer it to CD.
Yeah.
So these were, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like backwards. It's different.
Yeah, it really is, right? Yeah.
And I am not enough of an audiophile to know if the sound quality is that much different or what happens. But
No, me neither. I tried to do that. Was that 2 years ago when Peter Gabriel released a new album? And
yeah,
it came in different variants. So I bought like a box, not really a box, but it had three variations on it. And I tried to listen to them back to back. And I was like, there's some subtle,
yeah.
yeah, I can't really hear it. So yeah,
I mean, maybe if we had headphones on, I don't
yeah,
know. But I like to think I pick up on nuances and subtleties and things. But the thing I always say about vinyl is that to me, when I really listen to it, I feel like I'm sitting in the room when they're recording it.
yeah.
Like you just have, it has that feeling. And I still feel like this is crisp and clean and good. And I don't know if it has to do with how they mastered it or, like I said, I'm by no means an audiophile in any capacity, but I don't even think it says on here who
Yeah.
redid it.
But I know what you mean.
I don't
It's the presence really that's there.
know.
And I can recognize that as well, listening to records, that it's got a really good sound quality, it's a really good one. But I think
Mhm.
the albums that you really notice that on is the albums
Yeah.
that you listen to a ton throughout the
Yeah,
years.
that's true.
Because you're
That is
so
probably super
familiar with
true.
them. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I
but to my
agree.
ears, an album that is fairly new or just a couple of years old that I hadn't listened to that much, if a new version was to come out on either vinyl or CD, I'm not sure I would actually
Yeah,
hear any differences. But hey,
no.
me.
Yeah, it just, like I said, when it's muffled or bad, you know it, but when it
Yeah,
sounds good, it just sounds good.
that's it, right? Yeah.
That's it. But there's just so much music out there that I would love to see as a vinyl collector on vinyl. We just picked up that Warren Zevon box set on Record Store Day, and this is like the first Record Store Day of the year of last year. And it had two records that had never been released on vinyl and one that had never been released in the States on vinyl. And I'm noticing like even your little Madonna album back there, there's reissues, but the ones that came out at the time the albums were released were in such limited quantities.
Yeah.
The cost is like huge.
It really
Um,
is.
but there's a chase factor. I would love to buy one of those original ones. I have the pink reissue, which sounds fantastic, but
It's that one.
to that point, there are a few like Aha is a great example, like I mentioned earlier with the CD, but they have albums that never came to the States, were limited release wherever they were at, and the costs are just, I would never have expected it in a
No.
million years. So for at the risk of controversially saying, I don't need another reissue of Pink Floyd, but what I would like is a reissue of something that I truly don't think there's a lot of in the market, I guess.
Yeah, no, I agree. And no more Fleetwood Mac reissues.
Do you want another Rumors?
Not really, no. But
No.
I'm just fascinated how many versions have
Yeah.
been released. So yeah, no, I agree
Yes.
with you. I think that's a really good wish for 2026.
Thanks.
And
That was my first one.
yeah,
That was okay.
that's really good. And I had a really hard time as well when we set
Yeah.
up this theme for it, because all these records here behind me symbolizes records that we know is going to be out in 2026. So a new one from Madonna, which is probably the
Yes.
follow-up to that album, Confessions on the Dance Floor. And then Paul McCartney, it's been rumored for over a year now that he already wrapped the recording of his new album.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So what am I looking forward to? Well, my first one is something that's also been rumored for probably 2 years now, a new album from Lana Del Rey. So I'm just going to take one of my favorite ones here, Chemtrails Over the Country Club. A really good one. Very much heavy on the Americana, really, but I love this one, and I love the style she sings in, and the way she writes her lyrics, and all of that. And there's been a lot of rumors around Lana Del Rey's new album. At first, it was going to be a country album, but then other people beat her to it, like Beyonce. So that was buried, and we haven't really heard anything from Lana Del Rey. A lot of rumors, but hopefully 2026 will be the year when we get the new Del Rey album. Yeah,
it's funny you say that, because I forget sometimes the space between records.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't it Madonna? This would be Madonna's first studio album in 7 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's I mean, I can't even imagine. I mean, I look through sometimes the release dates, like Depeche Mode, it was like every 3 years, 3 to 4 years, but they're touring and they're promoting. And, but to just kind of be silent and then.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah, it is very different. And I know Lana Del Rey had a lot of concerts going on this past summer, for example, but it was just a handful, really, of gigs and then silence. It's like you said, Depeche Mode is an excellent example of that, because ever since they started, they've been doing a lot of touring, then they released records. So they were always on the move, right? You knew that something was going on. They were always working on something. But with some artists like Lana Del Rey, she keeps that mystique, right? And sometimes that is really annoying.
Well, and you can't, it's hard, and it's hard to keep up.
It is.
Radio and entertainment and music is different, and it should be easy, but it's not always easy. No. I think also people back off from the public eye in a way they never probably had to before, because social media and stuff, it's 24/7. And sometimes when they cut out, they just they cut out. But yeah, I'd love to see something else by her. I love her.
Yeah, no. So hopefully.
And I don't have that album. Even the one behind you, I don't have. So.
No. Check it out. If anyone hasn't heard of Lana Del Rey before, I think that is a good example of what she's doing. It's a good blend of everything, but it's a lot of nostalgia involved in her writing, looking back on the times gone by, 30s, 40s, 50s, even all the way through. So that's why I name dropped Americana there. Not that I know that what I'm talking about, really, but. It's the dream of the America that once was, I think.
Yes. Or maybe,
hopefully in a good way.
Ever was. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, well, there's another whole episode we could do just on genre names. I don't even know.
That's a whole other episode, because I'm confused around a lot of genres. I'm name dropping them sometimes, but I don't know. I don't have a clue, really.
I just figured shoegaze is what I did when I stood in line to get to buy records.
That's a good.
I don't really know.
That's shoegazing for sure.
Waiting,
Yeah.
waiting. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So, what is your second wish?
My second wish, I feel I've had a lot of things swirling around in my head, and I've went back to this one a few times um, because last year I saw a ton of concerts. A couple of them were canceled. One that I had wonderful seats to go to, and right out of the gate, at the start of the show was Stray Cats. And so my one of my wishes for 2026 would be that Brian Setzer would get well, that he can play and have the stamina and the sound that he wants to have to play, and that the three original guys will go back out and try to go on tour one more
Yeah.
time. I would love so much to see all three of them together. I was so excited. He truly is a beautiful guitarist, an amazing guitarist, and their music is just so much energy and so much fun. And the concert I did see, just the Brian Setzer concert of him solo, so good. But selfishly, the other, which will never happen either, was we were going to see Jane's Addiction, and they
Yeah.
imploded. But I would really love to see the Stray Cats, and I would really love to know that he was well and that he could continue playing, because he is really quite amazing to watch and listen to when he plays, and live is just pretty great. So and they had some new stuff, and it was just, I don't know. So it's maybe that's a selfish wish, kind of.
When was their latest album released?
Well, they've been releasing like songs like here and there.
Okay.
And we were supposed to see them in, oh my gosh, was that September?
Oh,
I think it was September,
okay.
October. Like it was, yeah. Because we had like almost like every week we had a show going. And I think that was kind of one of the first, like the beginning. We were supposed to, I think, see them at either the end of September, I think it was. I mean, it's all a blur, but yeah. But they started slowly releasing songs in August, I think. And their
Okay.
website will have like updates about their record. And I have not seen an actual album out yet, but that just could be, I haven't paid attention.
Yeah. No, and now that you tell me, I recall that you told me about Stray Cats coming back
Yeah, I'm
earlier
so
this year.
excited. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And I think they did a very brief tour prior,
Yeah.
and they hit a lot of casinos and different big like venues like that, but nothing super close to where I was. And they were actually going to be maybe like an hour away. And I thought, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So,
And that
yeah.
leads me to another question about Stray Cats here, because I think I know that they're from the UK, right?
Uh, well, you know what? I thought maybe they were Canadian.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but they're not from the US, right?
I mean, they spend a lot of time out on the East Coast, but I could be totally wrong. I don't know.
So,
It's terrible, but I really don't know.
so if someone's watching this and you know everything about Stray Cats, let us know.
I'll have
But
to
in
think
my
about
mind,
it.
they were from the UK, but I think you're right. They could
Well,
be from Canada.
I
But they
think a
always
lot of
had,
people thought they were British. I mean,
yeah,
I think at the beginning of their career, that was kind of the thing.
me included.
But yeah, I was trying to see if I could find out where they were from, but I guess I'm
Yeah.
not.
Because I know that they have a bigger audience in the US, because I think the whole rockabilly shtick
Yes.
really is bigger in the US than it was. It's big here in some places here in
Yes.
Europe as well, of course. But I think in the US, that is
Right.
the main market, right? So that was my
Yeah.
follow-up question. Did they move to the US? But yeah, we
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
here we go. Let's see. Double bassist, lead rocker Brian Setzer, and drummer Slim Jim Phantom, Long Island town of Massapequa, New York. So they
Oh,
are.
so East Coast,
They
yeah.
were from New York. So
Yeah.
I don't know why I kept thinking somebody told me they were from Canada once. So,
Yeah, and who told me that they were from the UK?
but a lot of, and to your point though, when they started, I think a lot of people thought that's where they were from.
Yeah. Well. Yeah, I really hope that they can get together and a new album will be out as well.
Me too. Yeah,
eventually.
he's just a brilliant guitar player.
Yeah.
So he's like really is a living legend, and he's it's pretty amazing to watch him play. Just
Yeah,
effortless. Yeah.
really. And it's really amazing as well, like you said, they're instantaneously recognizable because I'm not a huge fan of rockabilly at all. But
Right.
every time someone says Stray Cats, I get that picture in my head because I can see them in front of me because they had
Yeah.
such a particular style, right? Of
And the fact that they're just three guys.
yeah,
There's so many bands that I love, like very early Cure or Rush or Stray Cat. I mean, three guys that just, the Police, they just get it, They don't
yeah,
need a lot of fluff and a lot of crazy extra stuff, and they just play good and hard and they're spot on, and it's pretty incredible.
and aha,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. My
yeah.
and that's again another one I would love to see them go on tour. There's a lot of people I would love to have that chance to see again. I don't know if Morton will tour since he's sick.
Yeah, exactly. That's unfortunately the way have things have gone with him.
Yeah.
But still a great voice.
Oh my
I
God.
I
Like
heard a
legendary.
performance. I heard a performance not long ago from him. Just him doing some rendition of an old Aha song, and I was like blown
Yeah.
away. Still got the voice. So
Yeah. And there's always those sounds, and we honed in on the 80s a lot, but there are voices from that time period that are just so distinct and unusual,
yeah,
and there's nothing like them. Like the whole rest of the band could be gone, but if that voice isn't there, I mean, it doesn't, that not that the other members aren't important, but
no,
there's something about that quality and that sound I can't imagine
yeah. And
anybody
for
else.
us especially, I mean, we grew up with these voices, so it's not as strange really that we are still
No.
attracted to them and listening
Yeah.
to whatever they're doing.
But I think that's part of the beauty of 80s music was
Yeah,
how incredibly diverse and unique and completely different it really was. I mean,
yeah,
there's a lot of uniqueness today, but even this, just the sounds, the tones, I mean, it just, there were things people were doing, and how you had singers singing that I'd never heard before. You
no,
would just it would
exactly.
have never have flown in the 50s or the 40s or whatever.
No, it totally exploded during the 80s when it comes to all
Mhm.
different genres. And you can always say, if you're listening back to an album produced in the 80s, oh, it sounds really 80s. Yeah, because they had a different production style, a
Yeah.
lot of synthesizers and things like that. But still, there's a
Yeah.
lot of diversity, with the heavy synth groups that came
Hmm.
through, industrial music
Yeah.
and pop music, rock music, hard rock, everything. I mean, they didn't
Everything.
sound the same at all. You can
No.
always say, well, it sounds like it was produced in the 80s. That's because it was produced in the 80s. But
That is
today,
very
I
true.
find it hard to say. Perhaps it has more of a timeless quality today because I can't really say that track was produced in 2016 or
Right.
2019. I can't really
Right.
differentiate by that, but I'm old
No.
and I'm still stuck in the past. So,
I know. I think we're spot on. But I think that's what makes it easy to go back. I think that's why younger people are attracted to some of that older music,
yeah,
because it is completely unlike anything that is made today.
yeah,
Yeah, it is.
diversity.
It is very, yeah, very, very, very. And so some of those groups that were still touring, I would love to see them again. And Stray Cats were just definitely up there on my list.
Yeah, that's a good one. A
Yeah.
great second wish.
Oh, thanks.
See if I can live up
And
to that one. Well, in my book, I can because, and this is with me risking repeating myself here on my channel. If you've been watching my channel, I've been talking a lot about Frankie Goes to Hollywood, and I'm going to
yes.
highlight the second album in 2026. This year, it's been 40 years since this one was released. Their second and last album, Liverpool. Where do we have it? There.
Yes. There you go. My
Yeah.
favorite picture of Holly Johnson.
Yeah, it's really good. Anton
God, I
Corbijn
love it.
took all these pictures. And what
Yeah.
I wish for is not just another reissue of this one. I wish that they put out a box set similar to what they did this year, or not this year, but last year, with Welcome to the Pleasure Dome.
Yeah.
Because what they did, they had Steven Wilson do a new remix of the album. I'm not too keen on that, but that was in there. But we got 7 discs of
Yeah.
outtakes, most of them never heard before, demos and things like that. And I
Yeah.
think with a band that only released 2 albums, we deserve one for Liverpool as well in this year,
Yeah.
2026. A
And
similar box
such,
set.
and I wonder if it's like, there's just something about Frankie that, again, is so unique. And I'm sure you're doing like a whole episode just on Welcome to the Pleasure Dome.
Yes.
Yeah. And I have said it 1,000 times if I've ever said it once. I have never heard a debut album that when the moment you drop the needle on it, it is epic. Like I've never heard of a band sound so full and so purposeful and unique. And it's just, I don't even know. Like I'm getting chills just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like it is so good. It blows me away. Like I'm always thinking, how do you create that? Like, how did that happen? And I think Liverpool's got to be in the same category because they were such a broad, deep band. Like they're hard to, I don't even know if you can categorize them.
No, but I totally understand what you're saying. It is such an epic album, Welcome to the Pleasure Dome, but it was
Mhm.
a product of Steven Lipson and Trevor Horn, of course, the producers.
Yeah.
They had a new band on their hand. Some of them weren't really proficient in all the instruments, and they decided to, we have all these newfangled technology here, so we're going to make you
Yeah.
sound really great. And they did, because
Yeah.
of course the band was playing on the record as well, but they also had a lot of studio musicians involved.
Yeah.
But then this one came out 2 years after, and I
Yeah.
think this is where they came to their own, so to speak. They
Mhm.
probably play most of the instruments themselves, and it's a bit of a harsher, rockier sound, really. But it still
Yeah.
is epic to me. They're very different when it comes to comparing the
Yeah.
albums, of course. But yeah, absolutely. Great,
And
great stuff. And the amount of,
his voice.
oh God, yeah, it's so good. I saw Holly
Mhm.
Johnson in concert just over a year ago, and he's
Wow.
got a great voice.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would love to see people
Yes.
getting some Liverpool love.
Yeah.
Paul Morley, by the way, 1/3 of a record company, Sang Tam Tam, which they were signed to, once said that they went out with a bang with Welcome to Pleasure Dome, and this one he described as them going out with a whimper.
Oh,
I don't agree. You
I
can't
don't
really
agree.
compare the 2 albums.
No.
There have been 2 years between them. They did a lot of touring. They want to do their own thing. They left Trevor Horn behind, worked with Steven Lipson, and Liverpool was a result. And I love this album.
Yeah. I think it's a great album. Again, my favorite Holly picture ever.
Yeah,
I
great,
just want to go
great
like
one
this.
of all of them. Yeah. So that is my second wish for this
That's a
year.
good one. I like that wish.
Yeah.
I agree. All right. My last wish, I flopping around, but this is a true wish. This is a true wish. My last wish is that as we move into 2026, that we will see channels in the VC. And I hope my channel is one of them, and I hope I've never been too far the other direction of what I'm describing, but kind of gain back some love and positivity for vinyl and collecting. And I I understand that the topic of cost and there's so much that goes on, but when I think about the things I collect, the things that I love, as record collectors, we are extremely fortunate. Cost for other comic books is insane. toys is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
there's so many other things out there people enjoy cost wise, you know, and there's obviously they're going to blow up stores with new merchandise that's reissue merchandise, you know, like we've kind of just talked about, you know, new things like picking and choosing. But I feel like there's this real weird backlash where everybody wants to be negative about record store owners. They want to be negative about records. They want to be negative about the businesses. It's just, but everybody buys records. We still want to listen. So there's got to be something positive that
Yeah.
happens. Doesn't mean people have to agree with everything. Doesn't mean you have to buy everything.
No.
But it would just be nice to see a little bit more just basic fun and I don't know if it's positivity or what, but we all love music for a reason. And usually it's because it's fun and it brings us together. And I would like to think that we can have good conversations and still talk about music and discover new things and rediscover old things and just have fun with it, you know, and don't buy all the hype. There's so it's just we're pretty fortunate. Someone will disagree with me, I know, but I feel very fortunate as a record collector because although some things I own are not inexpensive,
Yeah.
I have I have wishes of my own for other things that I love to collect that are way out of reach and make absolutely no sense at all.
No, no.
So um I think and I get pleasure from I listen to these. I can listen to them all the time. I'm not just going to look at them and go, oh, this is pretty and put it in a box and never look at it again. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I hate seeing everybody be so upset over things like that.
Yeah, because it becomes a trend as well, and that's what I've been seeing as well. So I think this
Yes.
is the perfect third wish from you, really, to see more. Okay, so we were interrupted there. I wonder if someone in the VC cut the line for us. I didn't want to hear
They
this.
couldn't handle it. They
No,
might have. They said none of that. No,
no,
no, okay.
I didn't see it as an attack on the VC at all, what you just said. I think it's just to stay more positive because it's what I was starting to saying was it's become a trend to talk down on business owners who are selling records, for example, and it's really not their
Yes.
fault. They need to make a living as well, and we all know
Yeah.
everything's gone up in price, not only records. You mentioned toys. So just
Yeah.
imagine if you were collecting toys. I was a
Yeah.
big both Transformer collector and Lego collector at one point.
Oh,
I haven't bought Lego for years now, and you can
yeah.
just watch those prices and feel bad for those people.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, it is insane. It's not for kids or the faint of heart anymore.
no,
And I mean, like I think I'd mentioned two things. One, I think I know I'd mentioned to you earlier about cost, but it got me thinking what you just said about online. And maybe you feel the same way. Obviously, before I started my channel, I watched a lot of channels through the VC, yours included, and so many great people out there introducing me to new kinds of music and different things,
yeah,
and just sharing back and forth or the threads that everybody would reply to. And it was just fun, you know,
yeah,
it just was fun. It was exactly what you wanted that experience to be. Like you're in a record store with friends, or you have people to hang around and talk to that um, you may not have every day. I think I've said before, I'm pretty lucky a person I'm with shares my passion for what I enjoy, but that's not always the case. And as a teenager, I certainly did not have a ton of folks who were in that same frame of mind that I was
no,
in. You know,
exactly.
they weren't like boom, 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 like collecting everything or whatever. But um, and that's part of what made the whole VC experience exciting and
Yeah,
fun was that you really did kind of just feel like you were hanging out with friends or whatever it was, you know,
yeah,
approachable. And but I love all the differences and all the things that are out there, and there's so much to choose from, and to just pick that one little thing at a time when I feel like everybody has heightened worries anyway about money and
yeah,
anxieties about life. Like, don't spoil something that's a wonderful di distraction for people. I just think, obviously, if you can afford a record, you'll buy it. If you can't, you won't. People buy
no,
what they can, regardless of the times. I just, I just like things to stay fun as long as they can, like
Yeah.
like we're all little kids. Like I may have blinders on, that's okay. I can just
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
gonna gaze and not think about it. No.
shoegaze it, yeah. But I think it's absolutely a valid point, and of course you should be able to critique prices now and then. But I think we need to bring on in more positivity. So I'm with you all the way there. And to be honest, most of us who are connected to the VC in one shape or another, we have rather big collections already. So if I
Yes.
can't afford buying a record that I really wanted this year, I have
Yeah.
so many others that I can talk about here. I mean, I could spend probably a whole year just doing videos and not running
Yeah.
out of records really to show you guys.
Oh,
Uh, but it's just
sure.
it's a passion, right? And of course,
Right.
like you said, if we can't afford it, we can't afford it. It's not the end of the world. You should
Yeah.
find the happiness and the passion once again for what you're actually
Yeah.
doing, and that is collecting records in our case. So or
Yes, I think
listening
so.
to music. That is the most important thing, folks,
Yes.
because I hear so many people saying, "Oh, I collect this or that," or they talk about the beautiful colors of the vinyl record, and I do that sometimes
Yeah.
as well. But
Yeah.
the essence of it all is listening to the music. What is the music to you? Do you get
Yeah.
passionate about it?
That's
If
right.
so,
Yeah.
talk
I
about
mean
it.
that's why you want it. That's why you want it in the first place. I
Yeah,
mean, if it was just about the album cover, you just buy art books, you know.
exactly. Yeah, it's an added bonus to the music if there's a good record cover too.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it definitely was a full experience, that's for sure. Um, I just I just find it just so it just seems like every time I turn around, of course, we're at the end of the year. You'll have a lot of year-end wrap-ups, people talking about costs or trends or different things. And those are things I'm interested in. I don't
Yeah,
dislike those types of content or shows, but I think sometimes there's an anger that's directed, misguided at different people or people that it just maybe misplaced anger. I don't know, but
exactly.
I I have said before though, if I had $1,000 to spend and I walk into a record store, I could buy a hefty stack of albums, some $100 albums, not things that are all $2 bin albums, but I could. But if I walked in wanting a premium Grail comic book off of a list that I had, a lot of times $1,000 wouldn't even cover one book.
No,
And so it's just I don't know. I get a lot of beautiful music and beautiful art and all kinds of great things. And I feel like it's wrapped up in a pretty good package.
it is. Yeah. No, so
But again, I know everybody's experience is different.
it is.
I want people to enjoy what they collect. If you watch the videos for whatever reason, just keep an open mind
Yeah.
and hopefully we can just all have fun. I want to have fun.
Exactly. That is the most important thing when it comes to hobby. If you don't have fun with it, it's not a hobby anymore. And like
Right.
I said, you're free to have your opinion and vent from time to time. But I think
Yes.
there's been a trend. That's what I was
Mhm.
getting at, really, with so
Yes.
many people trying to
Well said.
lash out on each other, record store owners. And I think we just need to cool it down a bit. So good points.
I agree. Well said. You
Yeah.
said it way better than me.
And of course, if anyone wants to comment on what we just said, please do
Yeah.
so. Exactly. But keep it civil, right? Because we are not
Right.
attacking anyone. We are venting
No,
our opinion
no.
on this topic. So,
These are
because
just
I know it could
wishes.
be a bit.
If I had my genie in a bottle, just wishes.
Hmm, it just gave me wine this New
Hmm.
Year's Day. But hey,
There you go.
my third wish, my third and last wish for this year when it comes to music comes from an artist that I know that you are very fond of as well, and that is, of course, Prince.
Yes, yes, good choice.
1986 Parade. There's two sides of Prince here, and we can actually
Yes.
hold him
Three
over.
side. Oh.
Um, yeah, so Parade. a deluxe, super deluxe edition of Parade is my wish. We did
Yeah.
get Around the World in a Day in 2025. I was not really disappointed, but I was a bit disappointed in it because we did get
Yeah.
a new remaster from it, which sounded great. We got a second disc, or actually a second and third disc if you bought it on vinyl, with all the 12-inch mixes that were associated with the singles, which was
Right.
great. I think it's a great way to compile it. But with other Prince releases we've seen, they got these big box sets, you could choose from a 2 LP set or a 4 LP
Yes.
or the whole box set, whatever you wanted. But if you're a true Prince fan, you want the vault material, right? And
Right.
we didn't get that. And I
Yeah.
get it. There might not be that much when it comes to vault material from Around the World in a Day, but I bet you there are things to fill at least one record with. But we didn't
But
get that. So I
no.
really hope, because there's been rumors that this album Parade is coming out this year, 2026. And I really hope they are doing the right thing, because we know there's a lot of vault material when it comes to this particular album. And
Yeah.
some
That would
of
be great.
those vault materials have already been released, strangely enough, to me at least, on Sign of the Times Super Deluxe
Yeah.
Edition. There was a lot of
Yeah.
recordings associated with this period that ended up on that box set. So I was like, are they just going to do another Around the World in a Day release of this one? And I
I
really,
hope not.
no, I hope not, because this is a great album with some really great singles from it. Very unique time in the Prince timeline, I want to
Yeah.
say. Well, every
Yeah.
album is unique in the Prince
It's a
timeline.
good one.
Yeah. But yeah,
I mean, they
great.
are, but was that the same era? And I'm forgetting, and I've looked into this before, but now I'm foggy about Camille,
Yeah.
because that was that same, but didn't they finally release Camille songs on
Without
the
the
one you're,
Camille voice.
yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what everyone wants, because
Uh-huh.
I think someone said from the Prince estate that, oh, they don't exist, the ones without the Camille voice, but they do, because I think they released at least one track or one of the box sets. I can't remember which one it was now, but yeah,
Yeah. I mean, doesn't Jack White own all that stuff?
exactly. Yeah.
I
So
mean, I can't
yeah,
imagine with AI they couldn't figure out how to make him sound less Camille.
less Camille. Yeah, exactly. But what an
Yeah,
album.
that's a good
I mean, big
Yeah.
hit with Kiss, of course, and
Yeah.
great singles like Mountains
Uh,
and what
yes.
yeah, it's just filled with girls and boys, of course.
Yeah,
And
that's great.
I remember when I got this one. This is my original copy from back in the day.
Oh, wow.
And that's another thing, just harken back to the love of collecting vinyl records and listening to vinyl records. It's just holding a great cover in your hand and listening to
Yeah.
the record, looking at all these photographs, because that's why I was opening this one in the first place.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see it, but it's a collage of all these pictures, some of them
This is
from the
good.
movie he did, Under the Cherry Moon, of course.
Oh, right.
It
Because
was
isn't
after
that
all this.
basically that's the soundtrack to Under the
That is
Cherry
the
Moon?
soundtrack, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I always seen it a bit of as a concept album and a soundtrack, all wrapped in
Mhm.
one. Um, but just looking at all these pictures, and I always found new details in it. And
Mhm.
I didn't watch the movie back then, because
Yeah.
there was no cinemas showing it really in my area where
Right.
I lived in Sweden. So it
Yeah.
was years after the fact I watched the movie. It's not really good, but it's Prince, so I
I know.
enjoyed it.
It's not Purple Rain.
No, it's not. It's not. But he always had big ambitions when it came to connecting music and pictures. And yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think that's
Parade.
an
Let
excellent
us get
choice.
a decent version of Parade and make amends for what didn't happen with Around the World in a Day.
Yeah, that one kind of fell a little flat, didn't it?
It did.
The balloons didn't take off.
No, they certainly didn't. And speaking of balloons, just to I got some issues with you guys who released this. Because if you bought the CD which I did because I already got the other ones on vinyl, the 12 inches and things
Right.
like that. But it was a great way to compile everything on two CDs.
Yes.
But you know that Balloon Boy on the cover, on the original cover, it's not on
Uh-huh.
the CD. It's on the
No
vinyl
way.
reissue, I think, but it's not on the CD at all.
Very
So you
cool.
don't get the Balloon Boy. It's just the normal plain sleeve.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder why they did that.
Yeah.
Legal.
Yeah. Probably.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yes, it's little things like that. Now, I will say every now and then when you get a reissue that there's a variation on a cover, I don't mind sometimes because now you know whenever you see those side by side, you're going to know instantly which one was old and which one was new.
Yes.
I mean, so sometimes those little visual subtleties, if they did it on purpose, so
Yeah.
then you know it's a new version, then I'm okay with that. Those are
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's
For
part
sure.
of the difficulty in I think folks rushing out to buy things or maybe overpaying for things they shouldn't is um kind of that thought that this is old, like it's in pristine shape and it's old, but it's not.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think that's a great choice though.
Yeah. No,
You
so
can't go wrong
I've
with Prince.
no,
See,
absolutely not.
you had good ones. I was thinking about Madonna, like I just want the next album to be what we want it to be.
There's a lot of stake for what do you call it? Lot do you
A lot
call it?
at stake.
Lot of
Yeah,
stake for, yeah, right. That's the
a
right
lot at
expression,
stake.
right? Yeah. I'm from
It's a lot at
Sweden, by
stake.
the way, if no one knew. Um,
She has a lot
because
on the line.
yeah, there's a lot on the line because her previous album, which I love, which was Madame X, I don't think it was that big of a hit, really. A lot
I
of
mean,
fans were
this
divided as well. There we go. We got the theater experience. It's a really
I
good
did
one.
get the theater one. That's the only one I have though.
Yeah.
I don't have the other one. Or
No, but
is
you do get a
that's it.
lot of tracks from that album, and it's great. But
It's
like I said, it was not a huge hit. And looking back on her last couple of releases, they haven't been that big of a hit. And Warner Brothers, which she's now signed to, and they are not doing a good job in re-releasing her records either, I think,
no.
because they do re-release the albums, but we don't get that option that I was just talking about because some people just are gonna settle with the reissue of the album, but for some collectors, it would be a perfect opportunity to have a triple album, for example, of each and every
Right.
album with some demos, perhaps some outtakes, some mixes that were hard to get at the time because there was a lot of promo mixes floating around for each and
Right.
every album. So that is a bonus wish from my side as well, that Warner Brothers really know what they are dealing with here when it comes to Madonna. She's a legend, right? A lot of people love her
Right.
and want to buy her records. And that goes to my previous point. I was having a detour there. There's a lot, yeah. So there's a lot of things that needs to go right here now, because
Mhm.
Madonna, I think, needs another hit now, and a hit
Yes.
album, not just amongst her fans. And this is just me speculating
Yes.
here, but I think that's why she went in the direction with Stuart Price again, and they are doing a follow-up to Confessions on the Dance Floor, which I thought was never going to happen. I said that in one of my episodes because I was saying
Yes.
surely she won't do a part two, but she's doing it because she knew that was
It's
successful.
so good. That
It's
album was so good.
yeah,
You know, I was thinking when you were saying that, I was looking really quick because one of the other producers that she worked with that I think gave her such a distinct sound, besides Confessions on a Dance Floor, was Like a Virgin, and that was Nile Rodgers.
yes,
And think about a sub wish, a box set of Nile Rodgers produced music. I
yes,
mean, you could think of, I mean, geez, I mean, just Madonna
yeah,
alone, but he had such a hand at sculpting all these. I, I don't want to say that he made them something. She had what it took, but he saw something else and guided her in a direction that I
Yeah.
mean, I her first album was fantastic, but it was like a virgin that took her to that next level. And so when Confessions on a Dance Floor came out, I felt like she was sort of eclipsing herself, like kind of really
Yeah.
just kicking it up. Like she just hit something just right. And I thought, man, this is good. This is like super good. And then I don't know. Not that I disliked the things that came after, but it was just different.
It was different. Yeah, I think I really like those albums as well, but
Yeah.
I agree with you. Confessions on the Dance Floor, that was a new beginning for her, and
Yeah.
she she's always striving to reinvent herself, and I think that was her downfall with the subsequent albums.
Mhm.
Really, in the
Yeah.
general audience um, perspective,
Right.
really,
Yeah.
because yeah, she needs another big hit with the general audience and the world. They
Yes.
have to see that she still got it right.
Yeah. She's a got with a bang. I mean, if this is going to be maybe her last album,
Yeah, who
I mean, it
knows?
depends on how well.
Yeah,
There's a thought. I would love to see Madonna do maybe you don't even advertise it, but I would love to see her show up in small clubs.
yeah, that would be nice.
Just a
Small venues.
piano, her
Yeah,
singing, something like just very like just her. I don't need it. The dancers, the production is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but very like it just highlights her.
yeah. Do something unexpected. Madonna
Hmm.
unplugged.
Yes. I mean, I think didn't Lady Gaga do small tours like that? I mean, she started in small venues. I mean, why not?
Yeah, that would be great.
Did she do surprise visits somewhere in the last couple of years in places like that, I think?
I think so. Yeah,
Or when music was out or something? I just thought that was fantastic.
it rings a bell. Yeah. You know, I'm
So,
one of those people who don't. I have a lot of favorite artists, and Madonna is one of them. And I always been focusing on the music. So whatever's going on around Madonna in a private
right.
life, for example, I never been really that interested in that. But of
Right.
course, you can't avoid hearing some things from time to time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it does ring a bell that she did some gigs here and there. But I'm always
I
waiting
wasn't,
for a new record. So.
yeah. Well, because then I think, oh, it's going to be a small tour. It's going to be, and you think, well, I'll probably never get a chance to see her in a small tour, but it'd be nice to think you could accidentally like
Yeah,
show up somewhere and then there she is. Like you just don't know.
and
You
that's
just
the
don't
way
know.
you have to promote yourself in this day and age, right? You have to do the
Yeah.
unexpected, something unique, right? You would never
Yeah.
expect Madonna to go into a club that only houses 500 people, for example. But here you
Yeah.
go, Madonna,
Yeah.
just for one night. It would,
Yeah.
the world would go bonkers.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine?
Yeah,
I just, or she'd say, I'm going on a world tour, but you don't know where in the world I'm going to be.
that would be another one. Yeah. They
I'm
have to
showing up.
think outside the box and consult us. Call us on 555 something
That would,
something.
that work.
Yeah.
Why not? What do we know? We just would be willing to buy it and do it.
Yeah, exactly. This is just a wish program for us,
Just a
wish
wish
video.
program.
Yeah,
If wishes were fishes, yes.
we are venting our wishes here and airing our
Yes.
grievances.
I guess almost, right?
Yeah,
Another Festivus for the rest of us.
yeah, exactly. That's good.
Well, what my big wish for 2026 is though.
No, tell
I
me.
think my big wish for 2026 is that we do a 1986 favorite show.
Oh, that would be great. We did one last year for
Yes.
85, and that was
Yes.
such a great one. And that's
Yes.
another thing I want to
Fun.
say. And sorry, I'm interrupting you here,
No,
but
you're not.
what a great year we had behind us. Getting to know each other, doing these collabs together. It's been so
Yes,
great.
it has
And
been.
that's been, and I said this so many times before, but that was the one reason I started it, to reach out to like-minded people all around the
Yeah.
world. And yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for replying to my text and not thinking I was crazy.
Yeah, right back at you.
It's perfect. No, I think it would be just the best fun. I mean, really, at the end of the day, all the wishes we have, and it just kind of comes back to still being able to just, I wish and hope that we'll just continue a good friendship and good conversations around music because it's so
Yes.
much fun.
Yeah. And we'll have another episode later in the year when we can see if our wishes come true.
That's true. Yeah, we should
Yeah.
follow up.
A follow-up episode.
We'll
Did
do
our
a
wishes
follow-up.
come true?
That's
Please.
right. You, yeah, it's been a good episode though. I like your jacket. You look great.
Yeah, you have to be dapper when it's the new year, and
That's
yeah,
right.
we're doing a wish program. And right back at you, you look
Oh,
stunning
thanks.
today,
I said
glittering
I'm
and
sparkly.
beautiful,
It's
stunning.
all good.
Good. Well, I think that's it. So we can round off things by wishing everyone once again a very happy and prosperous 2026.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you all, and adieu from me.
And adieu from me.
Thank you, Jen.
Bye. Thank you, Tobias. It's been
Thank you.
wonderful.